if you're a competitor, this week's episode is for you.
Thank you, Pure USA, for all that you do. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to have amazing episodes just like this one. Link in our bio for the Pure USA website. Go check it out and buy yourself some awesome fencing equipment.
We're back.
Yeah.
Again.
Another episode. Last one went pretty well with Tristan.
That was a good time.
What do you think?
I thought we had a good time. Tristan has really good takes on, and we knew this going in because of our interactions and conversation with him outside, but just good takes on mentality, good takes on mental game in fencing. It was interesting to hear a lot of similar things across multiple of our guests, namely being present in the moment. I had like 3 things prepared, all blank now. But anyway, I digress. Tristan, testament to mentality. If any like younger fencers are watching or listening to this, I would say, Tristan is a good role model for how to be just a good, productive, mentally sound fencer.
Older fencers too, honestly, just in general. He's a up-and-coming strong men's epéist who's very balanced, and I'm just really proud of all the growth he's made. It was awesome to have him on here and to hear his takes on why this sport is fun and how he's gotten better at it.
Yeah.
But speaking of better, we have an incredible fencer in the room today.
Very, very talented, very well-accomplished fencer in the room today.
Yeah.
Very excited for this one.
Yeah, so let's read off some of these results individually. Now, again, as usual, we don't read out all the results because most of the fencers we have on our show have too many results to read out and take the whole episode. So just some of the results to list off. He's a 3-time NCAA first-team All-American, a 3-time Grand Prix medalist, 1-time World Cup medalist, 3-time African champion, current world number 8, 2023-2024 season world number 3, culminating in the Paris 2024 Olympics, the individual silver medalist, Fares Ferjani.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, no.
Welcome
to Direct Elimination.
Thank you. Thank you for doing a podcast about fencing. It's really cool.
Yeah,
No,
thank you.
Thanks for being on it.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
If I'm correct, Fares is our first non-USA fencer
You would be
to
correct.
be on the show.
Oh, I'm honored.
Look at that.
Yeah. There are a lot of firsts here.
A lot of firsts.
First Tunisian
Man to win an Olympic fencing medal. First non-USA fencer to be on the Direct Elimination podcast.
Which one is better?
Yeah, both very.
We'll find out in
It's
about
quite
an hour.
Yeah.
So, Steven, take us off here.
Well, the way we always
Or
start
kick
is
us off.
Kick us off.
Excuse me. I don't know what take us off means. I meant take it away.
All right. So the way we always start, and as we talked about a little bit earlier, the whole reason we're doing this is just to sort of have a long-term or a long-form documentation of who are you, why fencing, how'd you get into it. So if you could just run us through your origins, how'd you start fencing, early life, the stuff that should be on your Wikipedia.
Well,
Might already be. Fares is
I
one
read
of
the
the fencers.
Wikipedia. We're going to get a little more detail.
Okay, good. But Fares is one of the fencers with a Wikipedia, which there is a growing number. Fares is one of them.
well, to start, my family is in the fencing world. My dad, my mom, my brothers, my uncle, my aunt. And so like when I was growing up, it was like fencing is a priority in the household. And I think that will like a bit like resume like why fencing. Because like I've been in love with the sport before even knowing that I like anything else. Like as a kid, I go and I watch my big brother, and he was a foil fencer, like extraordinary guy who liked backflips and everything. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. Like I want to do that. Mm-hmm. So I started as a foil fencer, and I was following him everywhere like he goes, following his like African championship. And then for me, it became like sort of like my passion. And then when I switched to sabre, it became even more fun because I start feeling well and better and stronger. And then you start working harder and you enjoy it even more. And then I understood like fencing is for me. Like I'm just going to do that.
So 2 quick questions. Were you coached by your parents, or you had like a separate coach?
No. I didn't get coached by my dad. He was a saber fencer. He gave me
Right.
one lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very old school, like very old school.
Yeah. Did you have marks on your legs?
No, but it was. I had like a Romanian coach and a Tunisian coach in Tunisia, and it was a good combination.
Okay. And then my second question was, why the switch to saber? Like, at what age did you switch, and what was the rationale behind it?
Well, I switched to it at 16, I think, or 15.
Oh, gee.
Oh, that's
so it's,
kind of
like,
late.
Yeah.
So you have like foil background.
When I watched 2012 Olympics, I was foil fencer.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And then you fenced in the Rio Olympics as a saber fencer.
Yeah.
That's a quick transition.
Well, we were just having once a coffee with my brother and the coach of the time. He wasn't the coach; he was the second coach of the time. And he told him like there were no foil fencer like at my age. There not that many, and the coach wasn't good, so he was just him like, why don't he just switch saber? And I said, okay, let's just do a competition of saber, just like that, and we try. And if he like it, I said, yeah, fine by me. Like I'm 15 or 14, like I'm okay. I will do whatever you guys want. It was the end of 2012, I think. And we went and I competed and I'm like, I'm just switching right away.
And that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a
awesome.
great.
It was really fun.
That's so cool. And I actually went and watched the Rio Olympics as a spectator. I was trying to qualify as an individual athlete, and I didn't qualify. And my family, they do like this thing where you can get tickets in advance in the case that you're competing. If you're one of the people that's identified as potentially going to qualify, my family got tickets. You know, I didn't qualify. My mom and sister decided that maybe they don't need to go, but my dad and I said it would still be an amazing experience, an inspiring moment, and I had a lot of friends competing. So I watched you fence in saber at the Rio Olympics live. And then was that your brother fencing in foil?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched your brother fence in foil too. He has and I watched him actually at the World Championships in Moscow the year before Senior Worlds. He was in day 2, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if he made the 32.
Yeah, he lost against Chunkalong in 32.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But he had all this energy.
Yeah.
It was very exciting, and obviously Tunisia, the whole team was cheering for him.
Yeah.
There was a lot of noise. It was very exciting, and I could definitely see that now in your fencing with all the energy that you bring to the piece.
Yeah,
And
that's fun.
That's pretty cool. You guys have a lot of fun, which we'll ask about that later. But you mentioned that it's always been in your family, and you had this switch where you tried saber once and you said this is for me. And one thing that we love to ask fencers, and we ask every fencer that comes on here, is what was your all-in moment? So all of us at this point, we're all adults, and we're at the point where fencing is our life, right?
Yeah.
Where, you know, there are other things that we're doing in our lives, relationships, work, whatever it may be. But up until this point, this has been the driving force that is carrying us through the years that we're going through. So what was the moment, if you can remember, and maybe it was the same moment, that you decided that you are going to go all in, that you want to be the best, you want to have this drive? And for some people, you know, maybe it never happened. Maybe that's just who they are.
I remember it very well.
Oh,
Let's
good.
hear it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
I remember I was preparing for Youth Olympic Games 2014.
Okay.
So I switched in 2012. I did World Championship Porridge. I remember it very well.
Yeah.
Did poorly in cadet, lost in pools. I couldn't fence. I got terrified. And luckily I did 64 in juniors. I don't know honestly how. And then for one step to another, I qualified for the Youth Olympic Games
Yeah.
in Plovdiv. I did 32 in cadet.
Yeah. And Youth Olympics were in Nanjing. Yeah.
Nanjing.
Yeah.
And then in that summer, there were no one to practice with. Me and this Romanian coach. That's it. There was nobody. And in my brain, I was like, okay, you have 2 choices. Or you go to have fun, or you just gotta go all out. So I went all out. So then I started practicing and very, very hard, like 1.5, 2 hours every day footwork, and then lesson. And I was like about 17. And for me, that rhythm felt good. Like for me, mentally, it felt very nice. And me and this coach, like this huge Romanian guy who sometimes scream in Romanian. I'm like, all right, I don't know what he's saying, but we do it.
Yeah.
And we just go like 45 minutes, 1 hour lesson every day. Da, 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 da. And then we finish there, we go to Romania, and I practiced a little bit with the Romanian team. And that was really fun for me.
Yeah.
Because I've seen guys that I only seen in videos. So it was really fun.
Yeah.
And then we go to Nanjing, and I got 4th place. So like it's a bad spot, 4th place. It's good, but it's not fun because you don't get the medal.
Yeah.
I got very happy and very sad. But I think the happiness won because I felt progress. And that was for me like
It's good. That like
personal, very personal.
yeah, it goes back to, like I said, this idea of like fighting to get better. You know,
Yes.
it's not the result. This was the second thing that I wanted to say earlier. I remember it's not goal oriented, right? It's process oriented. It's finding the joy in the process and the success in the love in the process, and not just the love in the medals.
You can have goals, in my opinion. You can say I want to win Olympic medal or like gold medal, world championship, whatever you want. But I think it should be just, okay, I have that goal, but I'm just going to work and let it be.
Yeah.
Not think about it.
Yeah.
So that's like technically what I do. Like I just try to just be better in whatever aspect of my game I need to improve. Not even want, because like you fence against such good fencers that you need to improve this. Like,
Right.
Otherwise you will not have no chance.
Right.
So that's how I think.
Yeah. How do you separate yourself from that result? Because like you said, you can have this goal and you know it, and then you go to practice and all this stuff and you forget about it. And then someone brings up the tournament and then it's there again. I want to win. What happens if I lose? And everybody goes through this as a fencer, as a competitor, you know, it's there. You know it's happening.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Well, I felt that
Yeah,
before, obviously,
of course.
like everybody.
Yeah.
And then I understood that there was competition. You go, you think about that, you win, and you don't think about that, and you lose, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I understood that it doesn't really mean anything. So step by step, I started oriented my focus into, let's actually have focus on my routine and focus what I can do and what I can improve. And obviously there's competition. I want to give all out 100% all the time in practice, whatever I do. There is competition. Sometimes you feel exhausted. That's the human nature. There's like, you just feel like you don't want to be there. And I felt it this season as well, like last season. But I think that's where the mental comes in. Like, all right, how much do you want this? Are you going to work harder to improve, or you just want to accept where you are? Or like, and I just have conversation with me, my mental coach, and we just see what's the idea behind.
That's great. I
Yeah.
think it's super important, and you have to be very honest with yourself. I think the
Brutally.
hardest part is being brutally honest with yourself.
That's my mental coach, like famous word, just be brutally honest. I was like, all right.
Yeah, and it's true. Sometimes it's very hard. I heard this before from my coach. He said, you know, this tournament, we were preparing for a competition, and we did very badly after 2 competitions. I say we. I did very badly. We didn't. There was no performance that we were looking for, and we went into 2 competitions saying we're ready for these performances, and we went. And maybe 2 is even too many before making this adjustment for the next one. He said, listen, the mirror is showing us something that we're not expecting. So this next competition, no matter what, I have no fear. We just have to look ourselves in the mirror regardless. Like we win, we lose, whatever. The goal for this competition is just be yourself and see where you're at. Just see what the mirror is willing to tell you.
That's the best part.
And that, it was brutally honest. The mirror told me I wasn't ready, and that my goals were a little bit loftier than they maybe should have been in that moment. And it's not because of where I could be, where I want to be, whatever. It's just I clearly, based on the preparation and what I was doing, was not where I needed to be to have those goals for those competitions. It doesn't mean that those goals should never be my goals. It just, you have to constantly adjust with that brutal honesty.
I agree.
I
like-
love that.
Yeah.
That's good. You have a good mental coach.
yeah. It's like, for me, being brutally honest is just the only way.
Yeah.
So like you have bouts where you lose 15-14 and you're like, all right, I gave it 100%, but there is like that regret.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're competitors. There is always that small thing you could have done a little better.
Right.
And I think that's the point where you're like, there's only at least one thing. There's not like 100. I have one thing. I've done everything very well. One thing. Maybe you didn't warm up well. Maybe like your plan wasn't what it's supposed to be. Maybe you were stubborn on the strip. Instead of, this is not working, instead of like adjusting. So like fencing, like there's like room of improvement that is so big.
Mm-hmm.
So like the more brutally honest you are, the higher the chances you become who you want to be.
Yeah.
I love that.
Brutally honest, it's just one way that people I've heard say it. Some of the people talk about, taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, trying to see different perspectives. But I think the brutal honesty is a good way to sort of get into it right away. Just like, am I making excuses for myself? Am I only telling myself what I want to hear? Am I only, choosing things to work on that are easy? And I like that. The brutal honesty is it's a good like choice of words to just click right into how to look at it.
No Band-Aids. It's better.
No vent. Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's much better.
I suck.
That's not brutal honesty.
No.
Well, never say that to yourself that you suck.
Perez, thank you for saying that. Steven.
Never.
I'm joking. Ari, I'm joking.
That's very important.
Yeah. So if you're a younger fencer here, and I've told this to younger fencers of the club that I train at too, or one of my secondary club that I represent right now, New York Fencing Academy. There's a fencer who asked me to fence, and she's a strong younger cadet fencer. Mm-hmm. And it was already, brave. A cadet woman's epéiste coming up and saying, let's fence, like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a senior men's epéiste who can fence, and the bout, it was probably 15-6 or something, 15-5. And she said, thank you for fencing me. I'm so bad. What do I need to fix? Or something like that. And I said, listen, if we're going to talk about what do I need to fix from my fencing? I said, your fencing's not broken. You're very good. You should never talk about yourself like this. You should never say that you suck. You never should put yourself down. And, I'm always reminding these kids, just what happened on the piece, you have to be objective. You have to analyze it and be aware, but you can't judge yourself. If you judge yourself, you're not going to help yourself. If you're judging yourself, you're going to judge negatively, because humans are critical. We want to tear down, especially the very competitive ones. Like we get very, very hypercritical and fixated on little things. No, you have to be objective. You have to understand the picture, what's happening, what can you do better, what mistakes maybe you made. But even mistake is not saying that you suck or you're broken or whatever. And she's actually a very good fencer. That was like, I felt pain hearing that, because you don't suck. Nobody sucks. Well, you suck if you do nothing and you tell yourself you're amazing and you put other people down and all this stuff. But you're.
No,
I agree with you.
I definitely agree. Like, you shouldn't put yourself down.
Maybe I just like hurting you, Ari.
No.
That's how
Yeah. Let's say it again. Don't say it.
No, it's a very good point.
No, work on being better.
Yeah.
And do not compare
Yeah.
yourself with others, because unfortunately, there's people who are genetically better than you, mentally better than you. So comparison, it's already like makes no sense, because we don't come from the same place. So you cannot, I'm 5'11", I can't compare myself to like a fencer who is like 6'5".
Sanguk O. Right.
He's incredible.
Yeah,
but
he's like very tall, right?
Yeah, so I need to focus on me, he focuses on him. Like, maybe I have something that I can make better, So I think to every fencer, like, focus on what you can make better, and that's
Absolutely. And everyone's ceiling is somewhere different, right?
Yeah.
It's different. No,
It's like
everything is different.
Everybody has a different ceiling. Someone's best day could be, I could fence someone on my best day, and they could be on their best day, and I have to accept that maybe their best day It's better than my best day. And that's okay because I should be proud that I'm at my best day.
That is, because we always are focused about results.
Yeah.
And you always want to feel like you're there, up there, and you deserve, but that's not the reality.
Yeah.
The reality is more like work on being better, the results will come by themselves.
Yeah.
It's much more difficult said than, than done, but like, that is the truth. Like,
And that's, you bring up one of the beautiful parts of the game of fencing, right? Where it's not purely about who's taller, who's stronger, who's faster. It's who takes their strengths and what makes them special and uses it the best on that day. Or like, even if it's not, your strengths or whatever, just who utilizes their skills the best in that moment to solve the issues. And I
agree.
Yeah. So it's not always a game, or you can't predict it because of that. It's not a thing that's
so
due to
betting
one
on
factor.
fencing is a bad idea. Anyways, so
betting is a bad idea no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless your name's Justin,
No, really. And then this last question about your all-in moment brings us to our first segment of the show, which is called the why behind the win. And it's very closely tied together with the first two questions about your background and that moment that you decided you wanted to give it your all. And the question is really about this. What deep inside sparks your fire and your passion for this sport? Just what's your why for this sport, for your journey? What drives you?
I think I start understanding more and more the sport.
Yeah.
So that's what drives me.
That's awesome. The truth.
No, maybe my truth.
Yeah.
And it's more fun to me fencing, at least today, than 2 years ago. Because I'm just giving 100%, trying to figure out what I can do better. And I hope, obviously, the more mature I become, the less personal I take fencing. And I think it will be better for me to do that, to be able to learn how to just like execute. And it'll be much more fun, be able to figure out the solution while fencing. And it'll be like an interesting place to be. And I hope I can do that one day.
Yeah.
Sounds like mastery, the pursuit of
self-mastery.
Master swordsman. It's cool. It's like a
I'm not promising anyone that I can do this.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I want to. I really want to.
No, and it's a great goal to have, and it's
on that subject. I think Lee does it very well.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and that you see, she gives 100%. She's okay, but she still give 100%.
Yeah,
that I think
doesn't matter who she fences.
That's the goal for every fencer, in my opinion. Like there is maybe someone who have other goals, but for anyone who want to be like great fencers or like you give 100% every time, you are able to reach your limit, and then you go beyond that, and that will be fun.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a good goal to have.
That's a great one, and this is kind of.
Well, so you had that question, but I want to sort of get into it a little bit different. So back to your story and talking about it. So what happened after? I guess we talked a little bit about Nanjing, maybe Rio, but like let's hear more about like your journey with fencing. Wow. Just you're young, like
you're still 16, living in Tunisia
17.
during Nanjing.
So how did you get here?
So I just practice a lot and have school, and day by day I just go and enjoy, because we used to have like very good sabre team in Tunisia. Like there were like 3-4 guys. They used to go and they do like 64s and 32s in World Cup. So like they're like really good fencers, and I will go and I will like fence with them until like they don't want to look at me, because I just keep asking them to fence. And step by step, I kind of like got driven by the idea of every time getting better. And every time like I get like, instead of like 15-7, 15-9, and like my attacks work a little better and I'm stronger, and they get even more upset. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing. So that drove me to like one time just do like 2-hour footwork just before they come, just so I can fence with them. That was the deal. Because like when you're like junior, some of the coaches don't like when you fence with a senior. So like the coach, I said, I promise I will do whatever you want as long like you let me to fence with them. Because like for me, it's fun fencing with someone you know they will just, you know, and like you just go and you just give everything because you have no other choice. Because you know sometimes when you're much stronger than someone, you don't really give everything, and that's boring.
Yeah.
But like when you're the one who is much weaker, for me it's such a nice spot to be because like I'm fighting, I'm giving everything I have, but I'm still not succeeding. So it's fun. Like there is room where I can be better. And with that, I was able like to get a little better. And in my junior 2016, 2017, I was able to like show very nice results in World Cups. And in step by step, I was like for a few months like world number 1 in junior. It felt very nice. But then I crumbled under the pressure at Worlds, and that taught me so much.
Oh, I almost got it.
You're not fast.
We got to fly here, and I don't have saber reflexes. Sorry. But yeah, you're
CFA reflexes.
Yeah, it's somewhere here. We'll get it eventually. World number 1 in juniors. Sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I just figured if we killed this fly, we could live in peace.
But yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And then step by step, you just learn to be better, to work, to understand that you will lose. And you need to lose, otherwise you can't be better.
Yeah.
And then I spoke with Yuri Gilman at Rio, and he gave me the opportunity to come to St. John's. And from there, like, my life just switched to only fencing and some school. Keep school. That's very important.
Yeah. This man has a master's degree.
Yeah. Some school.
Not just a bachelor's, a master's.
But yeah. So step by step, I started enjoying it more, learning more, because he's such a great coach.
Yeah.
Even today in the lesson, like I still get mesmerized by how he teach me things. Sometimes I think they're too difficult even for me to do. And I'm like, all right, I will be able to do them. And when they work with the timing and everything, it's such great satisfaction.
Yeah.
Because you did it to the perfection. Like whichever preparation you're choosing, whichever action you're choosing, it worked like he want, like the same way you did in the lesson.
Yeah.
I probably need to do that 10,000 times to become a master at it, but I think one time I did it correct today. So we go there.
Yeah. Tristan Sapari said the same thing in the last episode where he mentioned that he recently won the zonal championships, and in the final bout, he had touches that were just like the lesson, and he understood that was the point. It's hard in the lesson, so in the bout, when it becomes easy, you figured it out.
Yeah.
And that feeling is beautiful. It's the flow.
It's the flow.
Yeah.
That's the state that I think is very, it's give you great satisfaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And you mentioned moving to the U.S., starting to work with Yuri. What was that like for you? You know, you're the first non-U.S. athlete that we are talking to on this podcast. It's a big deal. You were 18, yeah, when you moved here? 19?
Oh, no, I was 20.
Oh, 20.
20?
Old man. No, but still.
I had to take a gap here.
Yeah, but 20 is still pretty young. So you moved here, new place as a 20-year-old. You're a student. You have new teammates, a brand new coach, new way of life. And how did that affect you?
New York.
Yeah, and you're in New York. You're in a crazy place. What was that like for you? You know, changing, and obviously you mentioned.
I didn't speak much English.
Yeah, you have great English now, but I didn't know you then, so it was hard probably.
It was interesting. That's what I was saying. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
But I still try to figure out a way how to be, or how to enjoy my time. But definitely my first year was tough.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know many people. A couple fencers, obviously. And I was able to get along with them as much as I could. But then not speaking the language fluently was tough. So I had to find tricks to be able to learn fast. So I was able to watch Friends in English because I used to watch it only in French. Since I know almost everything that is happening in each episode, I was able like to learn through that. And then like step by step, like the first, I would say like 1 year, by 2018, I was able to speak English, and then like fluently, obviously. But like the first few months were like tough, like understanding when the teachers speak. My first year writing was tough. It was really hard.
I bet. I can't even relate.
Yeah, oh man, it was interesting. Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. No, and then new coach. You know, you went from a Romanian coach. The
Romanian,
style was probably different.
Tunisian, and then the style was completely different.
Yeah.
Much more. I don't know. Yeah, like definitely like very different styles.
Yeah.
But I think at 20, for me and I thought I was young, so it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe for you it's not. For me, 20 is still very young.
Yeah.
And I was able to just listen and not really speak. Whatever Yuri say, I will just do and call it a day.
I should have been like that.
Yes. Ari was the opposite.
I talk too much.
No, I mean, when the maestro speak, I don't have who am I to speak. So I never speak. I just listen. If I don't understand, I ask question. I think that's how it's supposed to be. You ask question because you like what you do and you want to understand where to use it, certain action. But like I never say like why we do this. Even there is action that I don't like doing, but like he make me do them, and now I kind of enjoy them. Yeah. So that's why I learned to not really like, when it comes to this subject, give many opinions.
Yeah.
Just be curious why and wait. That's it.
I like that.
No, it's good.
No, I wasn't ever telling the coach that he was wrong. I'm just talking to talk, which is maybe worse. I don't know. Who knows? I never told Maestro was wrong. I just like maybe the sound of my voice or something.
We'll have to call up Maestro. I'm sure he has a couple stories where he flipped it on you and made it sound like you knew better.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have him on the podcast eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
So you kind of talked about it earlier, which is really interesting. Your goal is to reach this mastery and to be more mature, and you said separate the personal from the fencing, right? And take it less personally, I think is what you said, correct?
While fencing, try to give 100% for me and try to take it less. Like I don't want it to hurt me, because when I was a junior and my first year as a senior used to hurt me like a lot.
When you lose.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
And that for me, at some point, it was unacceptable because I couldn't bear going to competition.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't want to, like, even like I lose to 32 or like 16, I used to like be extremely upset. So that for me was unacceptable, because I found out that it's just a sport.
Yeah.
It's a way of life for me, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's still just a sport. So, and my mom always tell me, your health comes first. And it took me a second to realize that. And then when you get injured or you have, or you're a little bit sick, you're like, actually, my health is more important.
Absolutely.
So now I try to take it less personal in that way.
Okay.
But
so
like,
I misunderstood.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't explain it well.
No, you're explaining fine. I misunderstood.
Yeah, so I try to understand, okay, we fenced. I had trouble fencing you. I need to understand what I did wrong, what I did right, and try to build on that. Or maybe like find better solutions.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
and that everything's okay.
Yeah, as long as I give 100%, you go on the strip.
So
it's all good.
Yeah.
About that 100% then. You're well known in the fencing community for not just your results, which are very good, but the energy, fire, and passion that you bring when you compete. You're always you're always smiling. Like the videos when you're in the top 4 and top 8, you're winning a match. You like to jump and yell like this. But there's a lot of, you have so much joy when you're out there. Yeah. And I think the question that I wrote down in particular, you're smiling ear to ear when you win. What is your favorite part about competing? Like really, like what? Because seriously, and I think you know what I'm talking about, and it's visible. If anybody watching this podcast or listening has not seen Fares fence, go watch the Olympic semifinal or even the Olympic final and watch any of the Grand Prix that he's performing well in. Like, this guy loves being out there.
When I get in the zone, for
Yeah.
me, it's just the greatest moment.
Yeah.
If it's in the 64 or like in the semifinal, the Olympic Games or whatever, it's such a joy. And I think for me, as long, even in practice, like I can ask my teammate or like whoever practiced with me at MFC, like I love the moment I get in the zone. It's so fun. It's like better than winning, I think, even like actually when you get in the zone, most of the time winning, you forget about it. You forget about everything. You just want to do this action or like, and it's such a great time. And when I'm able to do that in competition, it's just so fun. Like you obviously, like as an athlete, like you always like your amygdala like will create scenarios in your head, but you try to understand that this is a sport. You do this for sport, so there's no actual pressure, and the pressure will obviously, for me at least, goes away because there's wars and there is like ton of things, and I'm like, okay, this is still a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So like I still like I trained well, I did everything well. I'm just gonna go give 100%, and then the moment I get in the zone, like I wish the bout just doesn't stop. No matter what it is, like 14-14, like 15-15, 17, that doesn't matter because it becomes, I don't feel the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned now being in the zone, the flow state, and I think a lot of people like have felt something like this before, whether it's with work or in different sports or in fencing. Like, it's a very distinct feeling, and it's an incredible feeling.
Crazy.
Do you feel that it happens often for you, or is it something that sometimes you compete without? Is it something that you can turn on and off? Like, what's your relationship with this feeling?
Well, I used to not be able to get there. I don't know where it was, but I think it was more like I knew I was missing some physical. I wasn't like as strong physically than certain fencers when I fence with, and it will stop me maybe, but I'm not sure. Now I think I'm able to get more there, as long as obviously like there's a lot of work to be done. Some fencers can do it very easily. I think I'm in the middle.
Okay.
It doesn't come super easy, but it's not super difficult. So
Do
I
you
think
have a
it's interesting.
routine for getting there? Or is it just kind of you give 100% and you hope that this feeling comes?
I don't think about the feeling.
Okay.
I just think about I'm just gonna give 100%. Like
Yeah.
I definitely have like a little routine. I don't know if that's what will allow me sometimes to get in, sometimes not. Sometimes I kick in the middle of the bout. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I can be winning 15-5, but I didn't get in the zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was going to be my
Yeah,
next question. So there are
Yeah.
moments where you find yourself performing well in a competition, like one of your medals, and you weren't in the flow?
Yes, it happened, but
Yeah.
it's not. Trust me, it's not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Because you're not in the flow. It's not, you're just constantly like
Yeah.
working, but you're not having the joy.
Yeah, I had only like few times when like I think African Games in Brazzaville, I won gold and I was in the flow the whole competition. That's cool. And it was super fun. Super fun. And I was like 18. For me, it was like so amazing. Like from like the first pool to the final, to the tough games, I had incredible. Like it was incredible, and it went away the moment I got the medal, and I never looked at the medal.
Yeah, because it wasn't about the medal.
It wasn't about the medal.
Yeah.
And then you remember that only afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Does watching a video of you competing when you were in the flow bring it back at all? Just watching yourself in that moment ever? And I don't know if you watch. Some athletes never watch themselves. Some do, but you know.
I don't like, but I do.
Yeah. To study.
Certain actions I don't really like
Yeah.
much, but I force myself.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise like there is no much learning afterwards.
Yeah.
Like what's in my head might not be real, so I have to watch certain actions. Yes.
I know about
Maybe
that.
I need to learn from you. I need to take a page out of it because I'm the same way. I don't like watching it either, but maybe it's time to be brutally honest. And
Yeah, I just tell myself,
watch.
you want to be a little better or not?
Right?
And then my brain's like, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
like
you
okay,
convinced
I
me.
do
You
really want
convinced
to.
me.
Be better.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. I think we have a few more questions.
You skipped my favorite one
All
that
right.
I wrote down.
All right, all right.
it's
You
okay.
ask it. Ask it. Come on.
No, it's
No, come on,
it's gone.
Steven.
Well,
It's not
okay.
gone.
So Ari wrote this down. I thought this was a very interesting topic, and it could maybe help some people. So just going back to the NCAA portion, and like your experience in the NCAA, would you recommend to other international fencers to come to the U.S. to go to university with the challenges that you faced? Obviously, you know, traveling to compete is different. Training away from your national training system is different. Would you recommend they consider it? And also, given that the NCAA format is very different than the international format, what do you think you learned from competing in the NCAA?
Because you had a very good career in the
You did.
NCAA. You fenced the
Never won
competition.
it.
I never won either. Steven never won.
Never won.
We're all first team All Americans here. We know what it feels like to make it into top 4 and not win, but still, like this big pool of all competitors, and especially now it's getting harder and harder every year. But in theory, there are no easy bouts.
No, there's
and
no
it's
easy bouts.
you get no break. It's
Yeah.
not like in a pool in a regular competition. You have like 1 or 2 fencers, you know, out of 6 that you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I can win some. But NCAAs, even if it's like 2 easy bouts, that means you have 21 hard bouts.
For me,
Yeah.
this is very important, I
Yeah.
think, for every young fencer watching. There are no easy bouts.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Doesn't exist.
Thank you.
Only if you're gonna fence someone who actually never fenced in their life. If anyone who have a little fencing experience, and it's 5 touches, and you're stressed, only in NCAA, it's not an easy bout because you're about to crush. So you gotta focus on yourself and forget if he's easy or not, or she's easy or not. Just do what you have to do. That being said, because I had that experience of not even NCAA, like before, like thinking it's easy bout, then it becomes very hard bout, and you get very unlucky, and you get ask yourself questions. So just to help everybody save a lot of time, just go 100% to begin with.
Yeah.
And
No, I love that. The theme of this episode is 100%.
Because-
It's true. It's
yeah,
so
because
true.
there is no.
These are
you know?
amazing. And it's true. And it's not even unlucky at that point. It's like maybe it's karma because you were saying it's an easy
And
bout.
then your brain will play a
Yeah.
lot of tricks.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know if there is someone out there who can just say it's a very, very easy bout and just play it and still win. Good for them.
Not you.
Man, I don't know.
Not us. Every time I say it's an
don't-
easy bout, I lose instantly.
You know, I would always do that. I would never say like out loud, you know, this is an easy bout, or say anything like cocky, because I know there's like karma. It's gonna bite you in the ass. It's gonna ruin your mental. The first time in my career, I was at a competition this last season. I said it out loud to somebody that I was gonna like. There's nothing this kid can do. I'm gonna win this bout, and I felt it. You know, I got my ass kicked by this guy who like.
Because you're not in the present.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you really. No, that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never in my life said this is very easy.
Don't do it. Let
That's
me tell you,
amazing.
don't do
Respect.
it.
I tell you why.
I did it once.
I
it's
tell
enough.
you why.
What?
I was once winning 14-0 in a competition in
No way.
Tunisia. Very simple. I didn't lose.
Oh, okay.
I didn't lose. I just have such a. My dad is the sweetest man, but he's very tough, and he saw me do like 1 or 2 touches, like trying something. But it's my 2nd or 3rd competition, and it was like as you can sound like the score was very far, and he got very upset that he stopped the bout, and like he screamed at me in front of everyone. And then he came when we went home, and he said, "You don't understand that you're disrespecting this man. If you want to respect him, if you want to respect anyone, you can beat them 15-0. That's what you should do. Otherwise, you're disrespecting him by doing that." And that's how I was like, okay, sorry. I apologize. If you want to do the counterattack, do it, but as an action in the right moment, and
Yeah.
not like just have fun.
Yeah. Not it's because it's more fun to do that than it is to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
No,
But like for me as a young kid, I just
I love that.
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Much respect to you, Fares. The more you talk, the more respect I want to give you.
No,
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
So we don't have too much time left, but we do have some big questions. Oh yeah, wait, you didn't answer.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
NCAA, really
NCAA.
quick. So would you recommend
Would you
it?
recommend it?
And what did you learn?
Really got off track.
Yeah,
Very
sorry.
No, it's a great.
NCAA, yes, I would recommend for top fencers or like any international fencers to go, because it teaches you how to perform under pressure. And maybe the format, I don't mind the format, but it definitely helps you perform under pressure. And that will make it much easier to go and compete in World Cups, because there is less pressure. And then you go to the Olympics and there is more pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But like NCAA, it's definitely a very good experience.
Yeah, and you feel that it helped you on your journey.
Yes. Unfortunately, winning it was, I really wanted it. But 3 times in semifinal, every time something happened, or 1 time final also. Though. But it's okay. It was a very good experience to fight. And genuinely, because NCAA, if you don't give 100%,
Yeah,
no chance.
it's all
We
about
always
100%.
say-
The energy.
We always said in college, we would say, it's not who's the best fencer that wins the NCAA. It's who wants it the most.
Yes.
And
100%.
100%. Every single time, it's whoever wanted it the most. That weekend,
Yes.
they won it.
And NCAA, it's harder physically.
Yeah, because it's just
And it's 2 days.
yeah,
And you go and you go and you go. And I think I enjoyed that.
yeah,
Because it was like very, there's like, you forget.
yeah.
Anyone, you lose first bout 5-0 and you put it on yourself, just don't stop competing.
Yeah.
Like
No.
you need to say 1 done, 22 to go, and that's it.
St. John's fencer, Cooper Schumacher, my freshman year, we were in the same. I told this story already on this podcast. I'll just say it again. One of the, I think, first pool of the 2016-2017 season NCAAs, he went 2-5 maybe. He was in my group, and
He won it, right?
we said, wow, Cooper's not having a good tournament. You know, because he was having a very good season. He made senior team that season.
Oh, okay.
Great season. And we said, wow, okay, yeah, he's done. He went outside, collected himself, and I think maybe he lost one more bout the whole tournament. And then he beat me bad in top 4 and then destroyed Justin Yu in the final. Just like amazing tournament for him, but it's because he was able to just put it past him.
You need, in
Just forget.
NCAA, you need to put it past. Actually,
Yeah.
even in World Cups, you need to
Yeah.
learn what you did
Yeah.
and put it
And
past.
NCAAs is great for that. Short memory,
Wonderful.
goldfish mind,
Like,
and just
yes,
Facts.
it's true, honestly. It's very important to do that.
so.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. No, I love every take you've given me.
Yeah,
This is
no,
awesome.
they're wonderful.
So, of those 2 questions, should we ask both of those before we get to the last segment, or
I think.
I think we should ask both.
Okay,
I
let's
think we
ask
should ask both.
The last
Which one do
segment's
you want,
quick.
first or second?
I'll do second.
Okay, so we got to talk about it. You're here. You're an Olympic silver medalist. You're the first Olympic medalist we've had on this podcast. It was a legendary day. I watched all your bouts. The energy was awesome. On top of that you've been to 3 Olympics. We all know that Paris was the most beautiful, the most amazing of all of them. The venue was gorgeous, all that stuff. Just in general. So you were interviewed after you won probably, a million times. The FIE posted about you at some point, and they said, they asked you what it was like winning the medal in the Olympics, and you mentioned a few things, and you said it was very surreal to you.
Yes.
Do you mind just elaborating on, you don't have to talk about the medal, but just in general, that experience for you at the games? Because it was your 3rd, you made top 32, which means you're losing early, even though you have the amazing experience of being an Olympian. You're still a competitor. You want more. You loved fighting, getting into the flow 100%. You gave it 100% on that day. Well, what was it like? Did it differ from the other days you gave 100%?
It was smarter.
Yeah.
There was like obviously 1 bout that was fighting more than fencing.
Yeah.
The rest of the bouts more fencing more than fighting. And I think it's the combination that allowed me at least to reach that result.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I said it was surreal, it was surreal. It was like, you dream about making an Olympic medal, at least for me, at 2012.
Yeah.
So like when you make it, you don't know what to do. It's an amazing feeling. I hope everybody watching can experience it. I hope I can experience it if I'm lucky again. But it's an amazing feeling. But then like you crash a little bit because like you're like, is this even real? Like what is going on? Why? I'll tell you why. Because in Tokyo, I dreamed that I won the Olympic silver medal, and that I was in the bed with it. And it felt so real, I kid you not, that when I woke up the competition day, I thought I was going to have breakfast. But I looked and there was no medal, and there was the guy waiting for me to go to the venue to compete. I swear.
And the competition.
I couldn't believe it. I woke up and was like, I still remember the bed. I still remember like everything in Tokyo. Like, and I look around, I'm like, that was a dream. And I felt so real. Like I competed like the whole day.
And got silver.
And I got silver. And I was just came back home and I slept and felt like such a long day. And when I woke up, I just thought like, oh, where's the medal? And then when I went to Paris after winning, I couldn't sleep. But then when I slept, I woke up and I looked right away. And I was like, all right, you're here. And this is a true story.
That's amazing.
That's such a good story.
And then when I was going to the boss for Tokyo, I was like, all right, then it's happening. That's what you believe, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like in it, but I think I got into the competition way too early, so I couldn't, like when the moment I got on the strip, I crashed. I couldn't and I started poorly, very poorly, and then it took me a second to fight and actually give 100%. But I'm still proud of that experience. It still was fun. Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah.
We know you're giving it 100%. Every time we see you fencing from now on, win or lose, we'll be proud with you.
Thank you.
And that question leads perfectly into the next one.
Yeah. So we also wanted to talk about, after making a result like that, what was it like returning to competition, returning to fencing? What was that decision like? I mean, I'm not saying, you were even considering retirement or anything, but what was that process like? What were the decisions like? And what changes did you have to make or not make when coming back?
First competition was really, really hard mentally. Super hard. Because the venue was empty. And I didn't know what I was fighting for. So it was very hard for me. Then, thank goodness, I had like a good team that I spoke with. And then they oriented me as like progress. You were not just going to go every competition and make a medal. Like that doesn't exist. You can reach that level if you progress and focus only on being better and better. And then that's what I did like the rest of the season. And then definitely I crashed again a couple times because as a human, you just want to limit that. But it's not ever going to not happen again because we're just normal people.
Yeah.
If you're superhuman, maybe, but I'm not.
Yeah.
At least I'm not there. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
I never want to say never. Who knows?
Yeah.
But and then step by step, I start focusing more on being better. If I'm better in defense, I can be better in the attack, or like in my preparation, or like on my parries. And then I think last year, build it on this year, and then we'll see on this year.
Yeah, absolutely. You took time off though, yeah?
No.
You didn't take any time off after the Olympics?
No.
No vacation?
Well, is it really vacation going home and doing like a lot of interviews and just...
No, that's work. That's building your brand, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but...
no, it's true.
It felt too much for a moment.
Yeah.
But then when everything went away, it was a little better. And then I started to practice physical conditioning just like mid-August. And then I stayed with the family and everything, so that was fun. Seeing my nephews, like that was really, really fun. Amazing. But then right away I came back and I was like so eager to be better that I kind of like didn't know what to do in the first competition. I was like, ugh. And then I was able to like be stronger a little bit, more focused most of the season. And yeah, that was okay at least.
That's good.
Sweet. Well, we're going to enter our last segment here. Okay. We call this one one light answers.
All right.
So just rapid fire. We're going to ask you a couple questions,
Okay.
and you're just going to answer off the top of your head. You don't need to think about it too hard. Some of them are fun. Some of them are a little more. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Let's see.
Ari, go ahead. You want to kick us off, or you want me to?
Yeah. No. I
All
can
right.
start. I can start. Right now, who are your favorite two fencers?
Liki Ferraro Zalagi.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
I like.
is that the first cross weapon answer we've had?
I think so. That was
Nice.
great. That was a good one.
What's the favorite city you've ever been to for fencing?
I love New York, but
Oh,
like
that's not a
honestly,
bad answer. No,
Yeah,
that's a good
I
answer.
do. I love New York.
That's awesome.
He loves New York. What's in your equipment bag that probably should not be?
Nothing. I don't
Also
know.
a fine answer.
Great answer.
That's a fine answer. We got some interesting stuff like sentimental goods, old hot sauce, like random
No.
stuff. No. Okay.
What's the most challenging bout you've ever fenced?
The most?
The most challenging bout you've ever fenced?
I can't remember. Challenging in a competition, you mean?
Anyone,
like-
Anyway, it could
practice,
be
like the
practice.
hardest bout, anyone. Like it could be maybe, I guess, because of.
I'm trying to
like-
think here. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Who's
have
the hardest fencer? If I say hardest fencer in the world defense, who comes to mind?
I really don't know.
Fares Ferjani.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, about for me.
Yeah, you're fencing yourself.
No, not fencing myself. I think figuring out what I need to do against certain fencers because I fenced with so many fencers,
Yeah.
and I was able to win and lose against most of them.
Yeah.
So like you can see, like they're not the hardest, they're not the easiest,
Yeah.
but like everyone is so tough in their way.
I
So,
like the take.
a good
Respects
take.
the whole field.
Respect the whole
honestly,
field.
yeah.
I think you.
Really?
That kind of broke the
Yeah,
rhythm.
that is
I
me.
apologize.
No,
No.
don't apologize,
Dude,
man. This is
all
fun.
good.
Which Ferjani would be the best epee fencer and why?
Oh, big brother Ayub, because
Yeah.
he's so creative and
Okay.
he did like fenced a little bit epee,
Okay.
and he just loved doing like, as I say, like the flick, and he's super talented.
Okay.
Like I loved watching him fence epee.
Ayub, come fence epee with us tonight.
How many tries would it take your coach Yuri Gelman to complete the Apple Challenge?
I would say 4.
Okay. Okay. That's less than I thought. You're a pretty strong looking guy. How many push-ups can you do?
I don't know, 30 maybe.
We saw you recently went to Aspen and hiked around. If you were stranded in the wilderness there with nothing but your saber, how long would you survive?
I don't know, like 2 weeks maybe.
That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty-
That's
that's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
2 weeks is pretty good.
I hope there's river or like fish or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. So last question. What's your favorite piece of Prior equipment?
Bodycore.
Not bad.
Non-committal. I love it.
Yeah.
Ferris, thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you, guys.
This was an incredible opportunity to have this conversation for us. We really enjoyed hearing your takes. They were, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I loved
Thank
it.
you.
You're a
man. Thank
professional.
you so much.
Seriously,
I
you're a
appreciate you so
professional,
much.
and listening to the way that you talk and speak about your experience, your mentality, the way that you look at competition and training and your coaches, and just the way you look at your whole life leaves us with no questions about why you've had the results that you've had. And it leaves us thinking and hoping that you're going to get more of those results and even better. Seriously.
Thank you so much.
I'm your
Wow.
new biggest fan, man.
No, not there yet.
And not Eli, you're done fencing.
Oh,
So
Eli.
or
You had
maybe
Eli,
not done
yeah.
fencing, but you know, now we're gonna be cheering for Ferris. This is and we already were, like I said, watching your energy when you compete is awesome, and just seeing the way that you conduct yourself and talk about these moments is beautiful, and no wonder everyone that we know that's friends with you speaks of you so highly.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much. I thank you guys for like doing this for fencing, and I hope more people will love to do more podcasts about fencing because it's such a cool sport,
Yeah.
and I hope like people will love like watching it more and more.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe one day we become like certain big sports.
We're working on it. You hear that, world? Fencing's a cool sport.
It really is. Genuinely is.
Yeah,
Genuinely is.
yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ferris.
I appreciate
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah.
Pure USA, best max in the game.
Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe for more episodes just like this one.